And now, ladies and gentlemen, the last case study of the day. After that, some prizes and your votes when I say inside our official app. We now have one lady for the end, so hopefully you will hear what she has to offer in her case study. We call Natalia Stachova, Area Account Manager at the Region 2N, holding Slovenské elektrárne, and what they did to us. Vítajte. When you're ready, time starts.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is my biggest pleasure to be today here with you and be able to present one very nice case study we completed relatively recently in Slovenia. Couple words about 2N. Probably most of you already know that 2N is a Czech-based producer and developer of security, intercom, and access control systems. And today's case study will be devoted to explaining how we helped one of the biggest Slovenian electricity manufacturers to empower their physical security at the key power plant facilities in the region of River Drava. So, holding Slovenské elektrárne, the part of which Dravské elektrárne Maribor is, as most of you probably know, it's the biggest, largest manufacturer of electricity from renewable resources in Slovenia, and today it accounts for up to 80% of the produced energy, and it is a key player on the market of electricity. We are all concerned about having our strategic resources or strategic facilities in the country duly protected. Like a colleague from Alarm Automatica explained for the oil refinery today, I can make also comparison with the Dravské elektrárne. Basically, there are 8 hydropower plants covered by 2N solution and several smaller power stations. Partner for this realization of the project are company Activa Varovanie, who has completed the installation. They have done all the integrations and are a maintenance partner for Dravské elektrárne, and the company Innovacom, who is a registered, authorized only 2N distributor in Slovenia. So, the initial challenges of the customer, what have we been tackling with? The customer has a challenge to provide a secure door entry, communication, and access control solution for a number of remote installed locations. They needed to have a possibility of remote maintenance and setup, because a ride-out of technician for visiting particular location costs money, time, and remote management is helping to save amount of time and financial resources on management of the installation. Very important, integration with other systems, because today security systems are not installed separately, but it's important to make them work together to provide a seamless, integrated solution to the customer. So we had an issue of integration with the telephony system, with the security center, which included access control, video surveillance, and voice communication system, and of course, scalability. If the installation is comprised of certain number of locations today, the important is ability to expand easily without additional cost if there will be a need for new hardware installation and integration to already existing system. And different modes of receiving calls and different modes of the door lock operation. Another very important slide is devoted to integration with the JUTEKS Security Center. Video surveillance integration requirements. 2N intercoms possess a camera, which by means of an on-wave protocol and RTSP streaming support is able to stream up to 4 simultaneous streams directly. So if a person comes to a location, presses a button on the entrance, on the gate, a security manager will see the video in a real lifetime on his receiving station, which will be an IP phone in our case, but at the same time, another video stream will be streamed directly to the VMS system, which is installed there, and the video stream will be saved simultaneously together with other camera streams from that system. Very important is ability of connecting an external camera and switching between external and internal camera of the intercom. So if someone calls an intercom, the security guard would like to have multiple visual verification of the visitor and would like to be able to see the direct picture from the intercom and also an overall picture taken from the nearest located video surveillance camera, yeah, to see the bigger picture of the area. And what have we decided after designing the project? Our 2N IP4s, which you can also see after the presentation, those of you who did not visit our stand 28 in the next hall, you can see this intercom live and function. You can touch it and play with it. It's the most robust intercom on the market today. The protection grade of this intercom is IP69, which is the highest rated protection grade as available today, and the anti-vandality protection is IK10. Basically, it means that the intercom is resistant to all weather and vandal attacks. And that is exactly what was required for critical installations inside in the areas of hydropower plants. And for the office installation, we have used our office designed intercom to an IP Vario. And in total, the whole centrally managed installation comprises today 34 pieces of 2N intercoms. The integration is done, as I already mentioned before, with the JUTEKS Security Center, specifically with the VMS system. We will also prepare a case study and probably do the final integration also with other parts of the system as access control and telephony. There is an Iskratel telephony center, 3000, and the integration is done the same way as you integrate any other IP telephone, because our intercoms behave absolutely the same as any other SIP telephones. And for answering the calls, the security guard use modern Yə-Link tabled desktop video phones with a big 7-inch display. What are the specific scenarios that we had to implement and where the customer has benefited? Basically, there are several gate lock operation modes. For some areas, they require that the door after opening is open for the predefined time and the lock is closing, for example, after 10 seconds automatically. In other locations, they need that after activation of the lock, the door stays open until the new command comes to make the door closed. And in some locations, they need the lock to be closed until someone literally sends a command for opening the door lock. The calling scenarios. Basically, a couple of hydropower plant locations are operating 24/7, that there is a security guard who is almost all the time there. But on some of the locations, not all the time, there is a physical person to attend to a visitor, to someone who is approaching, and the call is transferred automatically after predefined time to the central monitoring location where the assistant will help. HTTP commands between intercoms. One of the locations has an interesting architecture. Basically, there is a bridge which a pedestrian needs to cross, and there are two entrances. On the entrance to the bridge, there is one gate and one intercom, and on the other side of the bridge, there is another gate and another intercom. And when the person presses the button, the first intercom is sending an HTTP command to another intercom, which will automatically activate the door lock and will make it remain open for a certain predefined time for the person to automatically enter the second gate on the bridge. The intercom connection with the PBX system is done on some location, but on other there is no need for interconnection with PBX or telephony system, so there is no problem to do it peer-to-peer. That is a couple of pictures how the installation looks like on several of the hydropower plants. Integration matters, as I said, and we are proud to say that the core value of 2N intercoms is not only the features we possess natively, but the ability to work together with other security systems. Here is an example. We are compatible with a broad number of different systems, alarm, BMS systems, telephony, and access control systems. So the main benefit that we received from a customer, the testimonial, are that the solution is reliable, it's durable, and it's future-proof. We are updating firmware of our system every 3 months, and we are supporting customers even after sales of these services. We are integratable, so the integration with other systems, for example, here with the Genetec video surveillance, is important for them. Central and intercom remote monitoring and maintenance. This is a big plus for the integrator companies that help them to save time and money for not having to make the trips to the location. Functionality and the flexibility of the system. You can scale it to a very big number of endpoint devices easily without need to adapt the infrastructure. And it's ready for future integration with other parts of the fire alarm and the alarm system if such demand will appear. Plus, local guard can receive a call to their mobile phones if they are at the side, not at the security room, and they're not able to answer the call on their IP phone, which is stable on the desk. They will receive an automatic forwarded call to their mobile. So you will, the visitors will always know that they will reach a person to attend to them. And finally, I'll show you a proof that our intercoms can survive literally everything.
Hello? 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 All right. All right. Hello? 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 All right. All right. Like it's over.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Natalia. Dziękuję. See you later on. So if you have a tank and if you want to test it, just call Natalia, it will be okay.